Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's a very exciting day because I'm finally back at the track. So I'm here with the GT350 and also came with the GTR, and we're at AMP. This track does have a sound restriction, so I was here at the end of last year, I think in December, but I rode as passenger in the GTR because of the sound restriction. But that day there was a GT350 here and he was running in our group perfectly fine, so I asked him what did he do. So he told me about this device that you can actually install to keep the valves either open or closed. So then since then I bought it and I installed it yesterday in order to come today and hopefully pass the sound test. So let's see, I have my fingers crossed. So I need to go and head over there in a bit to do a sound test. Basically all you have to do is, there's a straightaway part of the track and you just need to accelerate full throttle, and there's a device measuring the sound, so they'll let you know after. If you pass 96 decibels, then your car fails and you can't track. If you're under that, or you just get to that, or like I think a little bit more, then you should be good. But let's see, like all the cars need to do it, and then at the end they'll let you know whether you pass or fail. The GTR doesn't need to because since he was already here, they already have like a little sticker, so he already passed. So let's see. When I installed it, I actually did a few pulls and I wasn't too confident, but maybe it's just me thinking it's loud, but I don't know, we'll see. So I'll go ahead and do that now and I'll catch you guys in a bit. So I just got back from the sound test and unfortunately I didn't pass. I mean, honestly, I was a bit surprised. I was expecting it to. I hit it full throttle in the straightaway, but as soon as I was getting out the track, the guy just gave me a thumbs down and I was like, no way. So I mean, it's a sad day, but either way, I'll make the best of it. So I think I'm just going to drive the GTR at least one session around the track, see how I do. I've never driven it at the track before, and it's an all-wheel drive, completely different to the GT350, but I guess this will test my skills to see if I can just apply what I've learned with tracking the GT350 with the GTR. I need to like learn the line, and I've never been at this track again, so I'm gonna kind of take it easy and maybe push it as I get a little bit more confident. So I mean, it is what it is. I guess I guess I just can't come here, and I'll just be at the next track, which doesn't have a sound restriction. This is the only one that has a sound restriction out of all the tracks that this organization goes to. So it is what it is. So I ended up driving the GTR. It's a completely different experience than driving the GT350 since it has so much torque, and I'm so used to the high revving of the GT350. I kept redlining it at first and I'm like, oh, that's right, I need to remember to shift it. I'm just so used to taking it all the way. But either way, it was a fun car. Let's see how I do the next time. I didn't record this time just because I wanted to like kind of learn the line, and since it was my first time at the track, but it was so much fun. And actually I don't know if you guys recognize this car. I raced him like, I don't know, like a few months ago, the SS against my GT350, and I mean, he won. He's like full bolt on and he had like drag radials, and he has, I think he has like a back seat delete. So he's here, and he actually came because he was going to ride with me as passenger in the GT350, but now he can't because of the sound restriction. So he just came here to hang out. I actually met him through YouTube. So yeah, I mean, I'm still making the best out of this day. Guys, I'm back. So that's the blue GT that I was in, and it was so much fun. I mean, he's a way more skilled driver than I am, so it was good to be in the Mustang GT because the only other cars that I've been in were two M3s, the E92 and then the E46 and then the GTR, so it really can't compare to my car. But at least being in the manual GT that he has gave me some insight on at least the lines and how to handle my car. He's definitely pushing it more than me, but it was so much fun. There was this one time that he got a little bit too pedal happy on a turn and he fishtailed, and he was like, whoa, did you see that? Good thing we're still alive. I was like, yeah, that was fun. It's always fun when you still manage to keep it in control after. But now I'll be going in the GTR by myself, so I'm a little bit nervous because I'm not sure how I'll be doing, but hopefully I got it down the first time and I'll do better. So let's see, I'm excited but nervous. Driving the GTR at the track, and let me tell you that I haven't had that much fun in a long time. It's just a completely different car from the GT350, and I just felt a bit more confident with it. I guess because it was automatic, and actually the all-wheel drive helped. I think in my opinion it felt better than the rear-wheel drive because there wasn't any fishtailing. Oh my god. I just came out, I was like laughing and smiling so much while driving the car. It was definitely a blast. I felt confident the more laps that I took. There were some laps that I got a little bit too excited because I'm like, oh, I took it at this speed, let me try to take it a little bit more, but huge mistake. But I was able to control it. I didn't go off track, which was my goal. It's always my goal ever since I did that in my early days. But so much fun, especially when the car was sliding, because of the GTR, when they slide, as long as you have it in control, I don't know, it's a totally different experience. When I do it with mine, I usually just end up like fishtailing, and it's not pretty. But this, it's a great car, and it's just completely stock. Like, I'm just so amazed by this car. I completely love it. It's just given me like a new insight to GTRs and driving it at the track. I passed 3 cars, so I was like impressed, and no cars passed me. So I mean, I guess I did it pretty well. Oh, by the way, for those of you that haven't seen that race with the SS, this is it. I just wanted to give you a walk around because I think he did his car up pretty nice. It's pretty unique. It's called the Mega Man. You can see the Mega Man right there. And it's just pretty cool. This car is fast. So he pretty much came to spectate. He got a ride in the GTR. He was supposed to ride with me, but unfortunately, my car didn't pass the sound test. And the GTR the first time ended up almost running out of fuel, so we had to go and get a gallon, get those 5-gallon tanks to fill up. But I think now we're just going to head home, and I'll see you guys there. Alright guys, so now I'm back home, and even though the day didn't turn out as I expected, I still had a lot of fun. I got to drive the Nissan GTR at the track, which was incredible. I had such a fun experience driving it. Just seeing how the car handles and performs was just amazing. I think I fell even more in love with the GTR at this point. I also got to drive as a passenger in that Mustang GT, which was a lot of fun as well. It's not stock. He does have it tuned, it's lowered, and he's done a lot of suspension work. And I think he also has like way more track time than me, so he definitely knows what he's doing, and he just has better skill set than mine. So it was nice to ride as a passenger and just see, you know, how he's doing and his line, because like I said, I've ridden as passengers in other cars, you know, in the GTR. I first rode as a passenger until I drove it today. I rode as a passenger in the E92 M3, in an E46 M3, and that's all nice, but you know, I can only see what they're doing, but not really, you know, like see like their line and kind of apply it to the Shelby. And that Mustang GT was as close as I can get, so I was really happy about that. I also got to meet a lot of cool new people, so it's always fun meeting them at the track and just, you know, seeing what cars they have. And there was another GT350 out there. He does watch my videos, so if you're watching, hi. And he has the same device that I installed on my car, you know, to keep the valves open or closed, and he did pass the sound test. So I mean, I'm not really sure. When I went and asked, you know, the track people like what happened, and they just said with the GT350s it's like a hit or miss, and it's not just a sound, it's like the pitch. So, you know, I'm not really sure. I mean, it is what it is. It's safe to say that I won't be taking my car to that track. I'll take it to other tracks, but not there because of the sound restrictions. So I'll most likely drive the GTR. So that's fun because, you know, it's nice to apply your skill sets to another car and just, you know, work on improving them, and I guess improve your track IQ, if you'd say. I was hoping to test out the Steeda braces that I installed on the car and the sway bars, because yeah, I did go to the track last time after I installed the sway bars, but that track wasn't in the most, you know, optimal condition, so I really couldn't push the car. So I was hoping to do that today. Unfortunately not, so I guess I'll have to wait one more month until I think mid-April to the next track day where I can drive my GT350, because there's no sound restriction there. So I'm looking forward, and I'm gonna count the days starting now. So I think that's pretty much it. I had, you know, so much fun despite of how the day went today. It still turned out pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.